This video is mostly a a redo, if you will, of one of my other ones, because the first video that I did of this, once I realized that a lot of what I said was kind of out of date, for obvious reasons I decided to fix it. I'm not getting rid of my other one, because frankly, I don't know why, but the first one just cracks me up as much as it does when I first made it. On that note, well, in some ways, this redo, if you will, is more of a supplement to the original one, and it, like I said before, this really is one of my favorite movies. As bizarre as it is, it was one of my favorites, but it was also one of my first. Actually, it was my first by this particular director, who I have, to be perfectly honest with you, I have heard some bizarre things about him. This is the collector's edition cover of Serial Mom. For those who haven't seen it, it does kind of require an open mind, to say the least. But I've always found myself fairly open-minded, and this movie was not. I did not take it seriously for the most part. There were a couple of the murder scenes that I thought were a little bit more graphic than they needed to be, but despite that, the way they were done and the victims' reactions were almost too silly to even come close to taking seriously. This is the second edition that This is the second edition that I have had of it. The first edition that was created by HBO Video, or in this case, HBO DVD, that one is now out of print, which I can understand, because the collector's edition, we're hoping going down the history as well. My biggest problem with, I do wish the collector's edition had the same features as the HBO edition, but what can you do? I have seen. I'm trying not to get repetitious with this. I have seen some of the other movies by John Waters, but to be honest with you, to me this is his funniest one, and it's only because it was my first one by him. Because everything else that I've seen, as far as over the top, nothing quite tops it, quite like Serial Mom. Once again, it does take somewhat of an open mind to appreciate and enjoy this movie. Obviously, it's not for everyone. I mean, I thought it was pretty funny, even though there were a couple scenes that I'm like, okay, John, you're going a little too far with bizarre here. That having been said, like I said, there's more of a supplement and a redo than actually a rewrite. But like I said, you may want to watch my other video review for Serial Mom before you watch this one, because if nothing else, it kind of adds to it a little bit. And like I said, I'm trying not to get repetitious. Too late. I think it's worth watching if you don't mind the really, really weird and in some ways bizarre comedies. And when it comes to John Waters, he definitely knows how to deliver when it comes to way beyond the mainstream of comedy. And in this film, he does anything but disappoint. Once again, check it out. For Kathleen Turner and John Waters alone, it is definitely worth the time. That's all I really have to add. Thanks again, YouTube. And, I know my opinions are not going to be shared by everyone, and when I tell you I respect that, and I understand that, not everyone is, I guess as open-minded and as liberal as I am, but when it comes to opinions and hot-button topics, I can be just as, well opinionated as anyone else. So, what can you do? So check it out, and let me know. Thank you.